Have you ever heard of quiet quitting or coffee badging? Both of these imply doing the minimum amount of work just to get by. But are they a good thing or a bad thing? Let's talk about it. First, some definitions. There's a little bit of confusion with quiet quitting. Quiet quitting is generally thought of, one definition is doing the minimum amount of work just to get by indefinitely. So you go into work and you just do the minimum. You have no plan, but you're just kind of, maybe you're mad at the toxic corporation, the company, your boss, your coworkers, and you just do the minimum just to skate by kind of forever. Of course, you don't announce this to people. That's the quiet part, but you just sort of do this under the radar. Or the other scenario is you have another job lined up, or you're looking for another job, or you're close to getting another job, and you're just kind of doing the minimum to get by until that time comes. I have some sympathy for this version, if and only if you have a job lined up, or you have confidence that something's going to come soon. Then it's not too unethical, because at this point you've made a decision that you're leaving. So, the fact that you're not going above and beyond for a few months or a few weeks or whatever, I don't think that's that big of a deal. You're not working, right? You're still contributing. You're not stealing from the company. All right. So doing the minimum does not mean unethical or stealing. So I think that one's okay. For the first scenario where you're just doing it forever or indefinitely, I don't think that's a good decision for you. Now, of course, we know it's not good for the company, but I'm assuming you don't really care about the company at this point. All right, maybe you're trying to escape from something. So the real question is it good for you? I would say no. You may think you have it great because you're just skating by and you're really getting away with something and you're making a decent salary and have good benefits, and milking the company. But what is it doing for you? Other than, obviously it's giving you a salary, but how are you getting better? Number one, you're losing the dignity of doing great work, so you're not fulfilling your potential. But number two, what's happening to your skills? You're just sitting there letting them erode. You're not only are you not developing at your current job, not getting better within that, but alternate skills you could be studying or training or looking for some other job or thinking about what's next. You're not doing that either. So what happens then when the inevitable comes, and you know the inevitable is going to come? You get fired, you get laid off, your job's eliminated, things change, then what happens? Having options make you anti-fragile. Quiet quitting with no options just makes you more fragile, so I don't like it. Now, what about coffee badging? I get a chuckle out of this term. I like this one. So this is a newer term, and it kind of goes hand in hand with RTO. RTO means return to office, which many companies are requiring now after the COVID times are over. Either you have to come back in full time or a certain amount of days per week. So people obviously have gotten used to not working at the office, and they discovered they can do great work, and maybe they have a nice monitor set up. Maybe they appreciate the quietness or the lack of distractions that working from home provides, and they actually are more productive, and maybe they've even moved farther away from work. Coffee badging then is the process, let's say the art of going to the office on the required days, swiping your badge, badging in, making the rounds a little bit, saying hi, hey, I'm here, talking to people, being visible, grabbing a coffee, and then maybe you're out of there. Go home before the traffic starts, so you can have a nice commute, or maybe even leaving by lunch. So basically, just badging in, badging out, badging in, having a cup of coffee, and getting the heck out of there. I'm kind of okay with this one. Why? Because I'm going to assume that you're then going back home and getting your work done as normal. I've never heard people say coffee badging is just like quiet quitting, or you're not doing your work. I think you're still producing, but you're just, if they want you to the office, you're just going to the office and badge in and badge out. So maybe it's even good for you and you don't know it, because you are getting into the office, the company's happy, you do see some people, you say hi, have a cup of coffee, make the rounds, and then you go home. So maybe you are getting a little socialization, and it's more beneficial for you than you realize. The company's happy because it gets you in the office, gets you seen, and they get what they want out of it, and you're still getting your work done, and everyone's happy, and it's a win-win. Anyway, that's my take on coffee badging and quiet quitting. What do you guys think? Does your company make you do this? What are your experiences? What are your opinions? Please leave a comment below. And once again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.